I know how to fly just fine.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners is inspired by the immersive and rich world of Cyberpunk 2077, the dystopian future depicted in the popular CD Projekt Red game, having the highly acclaimed Witcher series to their accolades before the developing of Cyberpunk. The sprawling metropolis of Night City is the setting for this universe, which features technology and capitalism at their most rampant. The city's social structure is dominated by mega corporations and marked by stark inequality. This story is a blend of cyberpunk technology and a deteriorating society, and it makes for a fascinating background to our Edgerunners as they navigate and try to survive. Mike Pondsmith is the creator of the Cyberpunk series. His creative vision was also influenced by the works of renowned authors such as Philip K. Dick and William Gibson.
Film noir. In a cyberpunk world, I realized real soon, was a world where people had the technology, but it didn't fundamentally change the fact that there was a lot of treacherous, nasty behavior, large weapons, and a lot of sort of serious danger all about.
You saying a single implant could make me a cyber psycho? Is that even possible? Never heard of that happening before.
They explored futuristic technology, artificial intelligence, and the impact advanced systems have on human society. Pondsmith wanted to translate the essence of these authors' storytelling into a tabletop role-playing game that would immerse its players in similar worlds. Pondsmith's Cyberpunk universe was founded on the tabletop RPG Cyberpunk 2020, released in the 1980s. The game introduced players to Night City's dystopian setting and let them create characters that would navigate the web of corporate dominance, crime, and high-tech advancements. Pondsmith's team at Arasaka Games carefully crafted the game's rules, illustration, and design. They emphasized style over substance. The video game Cyberpunk 2077, developed by CD Projekt Red, expanded Pondsmith's RPG tabletop and brought Night City into a new medium. The game showcased a dynamic gameplay and gripping stories that are synonymous with the cyberpunk genre. The success of the game further cemented the popularity and influence of the cyberpunk world, capturing its players with its rich storytelling and intricate lore. We fast forward to the anime Netflix series, Edgerunners. David Martinez is a central character in the cyberpunk adaptation. David Martinez, who comes from a poor background in Santo Domingo's Night City district, has his life tragically turned upside down when his mother dies in a violent war between the animals and Arasaka. David's determination is fueled by this loss, and he discovers a cybernetic device called the Sandevistan that grants him superhuman reflexes. David must now navigate the harsh streets in Night City following his mother's passing. An Edgerunner crew leader named Maine tracks David with another one of his crew members named Lucy because they suspected him of stealing the Sandevistan. But Maine grows to like David and eventually lets him join the Edgerunning crew. David is inspired by Maine and looks up to him like a big brother. He learns how important it is to obtain chrome or robotic upgrades in order to gain an edge in battle against their enemies. The crew is soon confronted with the damaging side effects of these enhancements, known as cyberpsychosis. This poses a serious challenge to their health. Cyberpsychosis, induced by the excessive use of chrome or robotic enhancements, significantly impacts the characters in this story. The condition strips them of their humanity, gradually numbing their emotional responses and distorting their perception of reality. The characters become increasingly detached from the world, isolating themselves and developing a heightened sense of paranoia and aggression. The Edgerunning crew, including David and Maine, are constantly grappling with this balance between enhancing their abilities for survival and maintaining their mental health and humanity. Their struggle with cyberpsychosis adds a layer of complexity and tension to the narrative, highlighting the dystopian aspects of the cyberpunk world. As the story unfolds, David and Lucy form a romantic bond. Lucy becomes a key part of David's adventure as he faces his greatest problem, Arasaka. Arasaka is impressed by David's tolerance for cyberpsychosis and cybernetic upgrades and wants to groom him to be the next Atom Smasher, a demonic titan of an android that wreaks havoc on the battlefield. This leads to a confrontation that will go down in anime history. Cyberpunk is not just a film or a book. Mike Pondsmith became fascinated by the idea of cybernetic enhancements and ethical dilemmas that they presented. His creation was a fusion of high-tech advances and societal implications. The fusion of influences, as well as Pondsmith's creative genius, created the fascinating and thought-provoking world of cyberpunk.
Listen, it's your boy Shacca, billionaire mafioso that done died, the coldest ninja with a nunchuck swinging behind his back, aka Shacca Black, aka Shacca Billionaire, aka Shacca Fuego, aka Shacca Flame, aka the coldest edge runner in Night City, man. Listen, I just wanted to give a little review of it, you know what I'm saying? So obviously, if I took my time to put that video together, you obviously know that I'm a huge fan of the cyberpunk world, you know. We got Phantom Liberty coming out soon. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be great. When it came to the Cyberpunk anime, I hate that it was so short, but what they managed to do in a short series was amazing. You know what I'm saying? It was the only anime that ever had me almost choked up. But you know me, I don't cry. I can't cry no tears, man. But I try my best not to put any spoilers in it or anything like that, but it's definitely one of the better animes that's came out for me in a long time, and it really touches the hardest place. I like how I talked about, I was gonna call him Mike Pondsmith. He talked about you know, building the series and things like that. So I hope y'all guys enjoy it. I really think it's a good series. I think despite all the bugs and what happened at first with the launch of Cyberpunk, the complete product should have been Game of the Year. If it came out complete, it definitely would have been Game of the Year. I think it's very innovative in that respects. What I will say is I like Cyberpunk so much because it's like it's a fantasy, it's a sci-fi fantasy, but at the same time, it's not too far off the mark of where we're trying to go and what we see going on in society today, right? Let's say, you know, it's a lot of poverty and stuff like that, and the wealth gap is getting bigger and stuff, but we're getting more technologically advanced, you know? It's almost like the rich will have the ticket to Elysium, and you know, the people who don't have anything will get left behind, you know? So I think it's great how they integrate certain things, like certain technologies that we can actually see that they're trying to do, but it still shows the flaws in the city and how war tore apart the world, and you know, it's still a street story, a sad street story, even with all the tech, you know what I'm saying? So me personally, I feel like it's fiction, but it hits so close to home to where it could be in 2077, where it's a lot of gang violence and blah, 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 and all types of rampant crime, yet you got flying cars and stuff, you know? So I think Cyberpunk and movies like The Matrix and stuff, I love those type of movies, because where we're gonna be at when technology is advanced, but humans haven't evolved with their love for one another or certain aspects like that. So yeah, I think if you haven't watched it, you should get into it. If you haven't got into the cyberpunk world or stuff like that, it may not be for you, but it's always dope to expand your horizons and see where certain messages could be where you don't expect them. But it's your boy Shacca, being a mafioso, the done dada, coldest ninja with a nunchuck swinging behind his back, aka the coldest edge runner in Night City, aka Johnny Silverhand's dad, all that, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Signing out, man. Peace. Hope y'all enjoyed the little mini movie I made. You know what I'm saying? Shacca Films. You know, holla at your boy, man. Deuces.